Hello friends, welcome to today's session. Today we are going to discuss, learn, know something very important. Right from standard 1 to standard 10th or even after 10th standard, these things will be required. And surprisingly, my dear friends, many of us go wrong in such simple things. First of all, let me tell you what we are going to study about today. So we are going to study about a very important topic which is though simple, sometimes confusing. What is that, sir? Now we are going to talk about number system. We are going to talk about number system. See, right from the day we are born, rather when we are 2-3 years old, we start counting things. Like I have 2 balls, I have 1 doll, I have 1 bicycle, I have 1 house, I have 2 brothers, I have 3 sisters, my 2 parents are with me. We start counting. So since counting numbers, we go on increasing our scope of understanding and we go up to irrational numbers. We go up to imaginary numbers. But many of us, when we are asked questions offhand, we get confused. So in order to know them properly, in order to understand them properly, we should know how these numbers are, how they are classified, what are their properties, what are their groups, how are they classified, and how they are used. You should know one important thing, that whatever numbers are there in the universe, all numbers in the universe, stay on a place called the number line. So we are going to study how these numbers can be found on the number line. If you take a normal number line, you will have 0 at the center, +1, +2, +3, +4, +5, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. But what about other numbers? Where are they? How are they to be located? This is what we are going to study today. But before we study their location on the number line, first of all, let us see the classification of these numbers, the types of these numbers. So if you talk about any number in this world, numbers, any number in this world can be classified into 2 major groups. What are they, sir? There are some numbers which really exist. There are some numbers which really exist. वो सच्चे मुच्चे होते हैं, वो एग्जिस्ट होते हैं. लेकिन कुछ नंबर्स ऐसे होते हैं जो दिखते नहीं हैं, जो अनरियल होते हैं, नॉन रियल होते हैं. इसको फिजिक्स में अगर हम देखें तो दे आर कॉल्ड वर्चुअल. मतलब दे आर नॉट देयर बट दे सीम टू बी देयर. So such non-real numbers are called imaginary numbers. What are they called? Imaginary numbers. So this is the basic classification. The numbers which are really there, the numbers which are not really there. We don't call them in maths as non-real numbers. We call them imaginary numbers. I'm just giving you a cross reference. In physics, there is an image called real image and an image called virtual image. So now, real numbers means sache numbers, existing numbers, and non-real numbers means those which do not exist, those which appear to exist. Now, once we understand that all the numbers in this universe can be classified either as real numbers or as imaginary numbers. Now, let us see. See, you must be saying, sir, we learned natural numbers, we learned whole numbers. Yeah, they are going to come. They are going to come in the hierarchy downstairs. Now, if you talk about real numbers are again classified into two types. What are those two types? The first type is rational numbers. Rational numbers. And obviously, irrational numbers. Irrational numbers. Now, sir, what are rational numbers and what are irrational numbers? Since beginning, we have been learning rational numbers are those numbers which can be written in the form of P upon Q, where the denominator Q is not 0. Any number which can be written in the form of P upon Q is called as a rational number. I am giving you an example: 4 upon 5, 3 upon 7, 8 upon 5, minus 3 upon 7, etc. All these are rational numbers. And for that matter, I will also take 2 upon 1, 7 upon 1, minus 3 upon 1. All these are rational numbers. So, rational numbers are those numbers which have a numerator, have a denominator, and the denominator is not 0. Okay. Now, obviously, irrational means those which cannot be written as P upon Q, where again there is a small difference. If you talk about some numbers which are irrational, they can be written in the form of P upon Q, but there is another small definition of it. Irrational numbers, I would say, are non-terminating and non-recurring in the decimal form. So, in the decimal form, how are the irrational numbers? Irrational numbers are those numbers which are non-terminating or non-recurring. I will give you an example here. For example, if I say 1.403.214.3298 ... or I will say 2.30030001010001000202 ... If you see here, nothing is repeating, nor it is stopping. It is not stopping, it is going up to infinity. Such numbers which are non-terminating and non-recurring are called irrational numbers. I can say they don't have a definite value. They don't have a definite value. They don't have a fixed value. But now if you talk about rational numbers, sir, now how are rational numbers classified? We saw rational numbers means those numbers which are in the form of P upon Q. Now if you talk about these numbers 2, 7, minus 3, they are integers. So now rational numbers can be classified as integers. Integers means those numbers whose denominator is always 1. And apart from integers, we have other types called fractions. Now in integers, as I told you, the denominator is 1, like 2, 3, 5, 7, minus 8, minus 10. So when I say 2, 3, 5, I want to say 2 upon 1, 3 upon 1, 5 upon 1, 7 upon 1 minus 10 upon 1. So they are integers. Their denominator is always 1. But if the denominator is other than 1, means it can be 2, 3, minus 5, minus 7, it becomes a fraction. If I give you a example, 2 upon 3, minus 4 upon 8, 7, etc. Now integers again are of two types. How are integers classified, sir? Integers are classified as negative integers and positive integers. Negative integers means if you talk on the number line, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, dot dot. And positive integers means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, dot dot. Now, if you talk about negative integers and positive integers, again they are classified. How are they classified, sir? Positive integers are classified as counting numbers, and they are also called as natural numbers. They are also called as natural numbers. Which are these numbers, sir? See, when we count, we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to infinity. But if we say here, 0 is not included. So they are not whole, they are not complete. So the other numbers are whole numbers. Please mind the spelling of whole. W-H-O-L-E, whole means complete. I ate the whole cake. So I ate the complete cake. Whole. So whole numbers start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, blah blah. So if you see, integers are of two types. Negative integers, positive integers. In negative integers, we have minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. Everyone's denominator is 1. Positive integers also denominator is 1. But they are on the right side of the 0 on the number line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 up to infinity. Now in this positive integers, I should add 0 here. So now we have counting numbers which start from 1, 0 is not included, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to infinity, they are counting numbers. When we are counting, we are not going to count 0. Like suppose I say, okay, come on, count the number of students in your class. So when you start with the first boy, you won't say 0. You say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you won't even say 1.8, 1.9. So counting numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are called natural numbers. But when we include 0 in it, that set of numbers becomes whole numbers. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the part in which we have talked about rational numbers, especially integers. Now let us talk about fractions. Sir, fractions are of two types. See, there are different ways of classifying numbers. But right now the context with which we are classifying is slightly different. So here I will not differentiate fraction as pure fraction and mixed fraction. I will classify it as in a different way. What is a different way, sir? Fractions are classified as, I will also not classify them as negative fractions and positive fractions. No, that classification we don't want here. Now there are some fractions which terminate. So I will write terminating. And there are some fractions which are non-terminating. Means their division does not stop. It goes up to infinity. Whenever there is upon 3 or upon 7, it will go up to infinity. Normally upon 3. So terminating numbers, terminating fractions, I would write like this. I would write 1.3, 2.45, minus 7.893, 10.483267. Though here there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 digits, it is stopping. So they are all terminating numbers. Fractions which are stopping after a certain number of division are called terminating fractions. But there are some fractions which do not stop. They are non-terminating. And in non-terminating, again there are two types: recurring and non-recurring. See the spelling recurring. Recurring means reoccurring. Re means again, rewind, replay. Re means again. So occurring again and again is recurring. Example I'll give you: 2.33333333 dot dot. So this 3 is recurring. 3 is occurring again and it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. I have put a dot dot here. If I had not put a dot dot here, it is a terminating one. But now terminatings are here. We are coming to non-terminating. So we have to put a dot dot here, which means that this 3 is going to come up to infinity. I'll give you another example: 4.05050505 dot dot. So now this 05 is repeating. 2 digits are repeating. You must be knowing that there is another way in which these numbers are represented. I will represent this as 2.3 bar. This will be represented as 4.0 bar. Now that bar has come on 05, it means 0 and 5 are recurring. This is a compact way of writing a recurring number. So these are recurring decimal numbers. I will write another recurring number in another form: 3.256 or 258601. Yeah, these many numbers can also repeat. No necessary, no compulsion that they should have only 2 or 3 numbers. So if you talk about this number 3.2588601 bar means this bunch of numbers 2588601 is repeating again and again. Now if I talk about non-recurring numbers, non-terminating, non-recurring numbers, they are like this: 1.231589002314 dot dot. Now see the magic here, see the thing here. Neither any number is repeating nor it is terminating. So it is non-recurring, non-terminating, and non-recurring, non-terminating numbers, non-recurring, non-terminating numbers, I would say non-recurring, non-terminating numbers, I would say, are forming irrational numbers. See how the connection is. These irrational numbers are nothing but non-terminating, non-recurring numbers. Now, these numbers can be written in other way. Like if you talk about these numbers, you must be knowing these numbers very well: root 2, root 3, root 5, root 7, root 8, root 10, blah blah, cube root 2, cube root 3, cube root 5, etc. are all irrational numbers. Because if you try to write their division, if you try to find their square root, if you try to find their cube root, they will come as non-recurring, non-terminating numbers. So I am sure you have understood the whole chart. This is called the flow chart. This is the number system. And if you understand this properly, purely, you will never get confused. Let us talk about slightly about non-real numbers or imaginary numbers. See, as they told us, these are imaginary numbers, means these people are not existing. Like for example, if I give you a number, square root 4, you can find it very easily. You will say, sir, plus 2 or minus 2. Perfect. Plus 2 square is 4. Minus 2 square is 4. So square root of 4 is plus 2 or minus 2. But if I give you this number, now you don't have any answer. You will say, sir, this is not possible, because there is no number in the universe whose square is minus 4. The square of any number is always plus. So how to get minus 4? So this minus number, this minus sign has made this number non-real. So to solve this, when you go to 11th standard, you will understand this is written as minus 1 into 4, and these are separated as minus 1 and 4. Now this particular person is given the name I, means the imaginary component, and this is 2. So square root of minus 4 is 2i. 2i, where I is the imaginary component, and because we take this imaginary component, you can solve such problems, otherwise you can't solve. So there are some numbers which are also called complex numbers, which I have not taken here. So what are complex numbers? Where are they to be placed? That also we will see in the next lecture. So today, if I recap, if I summarize, in short, I would just like to have a glance at all the numbers which I explained to you all. First of all, the numbers in the universe, all numbers in the universe are classified into two groups. Those numbers which are real, sache numbers, existing numbers, those numbers which are not there but which appear to be there. They are called imaginary numbers. Don't call them non-real numbers. If you call, nothing wrong, but the correct way of calling it is imaginary numbers. We don't say that I am not a girl, I say I am a boy. So not a girl is not correct. So don't say non-real, call it imaginary. Now if I talk about real numbers are classified into two categories: rational numbers, irrational numbers. Now what are rational numbers, my dear friends? Since beginning we are learning any number which can be written in the form of numerator upon denominator, but the denominator should not be 0. Such numbers are called rational numbers. Examples we saw: 4 upon 5, 3 upon 7, 8 upon 5. These are all positive rational numbers. And here is a negative irrational number, minus 3 upon 7. So rational numbers are positive also, negative also. No issues. And there are some numbers which are only 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Now 2 means 2 upon 1, 3 means 3 upon 1, 5 means 5 upon 1. So upon 1, this also gives you a rational number. Of course, these numbers are integers. So integers are also rational numbers. Fractions are also rational numbers. But which fractions? That is what we are going to see here in the next part. Now, if you talk about integers, integers again are of two types: negative integers, positive integers. You know, on the number line, at the center we have 0, on the right side you have positive numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On the negative side we have minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. And therefore, negative integers are on the left side of 0. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. Everyone's denominator is 1. So these are negative integers. And positive integers means those which are on the right side of 0, including 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now if you include 0, what happens? If you don't include 0, what happens? So if you don't include 0, then we start with 1. So counting numbers or natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on. And if you include 0, if you start from 0, don't go on the negative side, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they become whole numbers. So this is about integers. Fractions, sir, fractions. Fractions, as I told you, We can classify them as pure fractions and mixed fractions, but right now we are going to classify them as terminating or non-terminating. In terminating fractions, the division stops after several steps, maybe after 2 steps, maybe after 3 steps, maybe after 4 steps. Such numbers are called terminating decimal numbers. I gave you here examples. And there are some decimal numbers, fractions, which do not terminate. They go up to infinity. The division goes on, goes on, goes on. Non-terminating. In non-terminating, there are 2 types. Recurring, reoccurring, coming again and again and again, repeating, and non-repeating. So, recurring, non-recurring. Recurring, I gave you example 2.3333 dot dot or 4.050. These are just examples. You can take n number of examples are there. And non-recurring means, non-recurring, non-terminating means no number repeats. It doesn't stop. You have to put a timber, dot, 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 put karna padega aapko. All such numbers, I would say they are bad numbers. Non-recurring, non-terminating numbers are called irrational numbers. And of course, I told you, non-real numbers, imaginary numbers are of the form negative square roots, some negative cube roots. So, this is today's lecture. We studied number system. I hope you understood the numbers, how they are classified, and now in the next lecture, we are going to see how the details of these are there, how to know which number is real, which number is rational, which number is irrational, which number is imaginary. All this type of exercise we are going to do in the next session. Friends, you also, if you want updates on mathematics, basics, like and subscribe our channel so that you keep on getting our notifications and updates. Thank you very much.